Hometown Radio, 1580 KGAF presents the Community Service Report. Here is Dee Blanton.
Well, here we go again. Time for another community service program here on this Thursday, Muenster Memorial Hospital Day, and once again joined by CEO at MMH, Brian Roland. A lot of initials there. MMH CEO, all of that. How you doing?
Doing well, Dee. Really excited to be here. It just feels like I was here yesterday, so time's really been flying. So excited to be back.
Well, it's that way when you're busy, and you guys are certainly busy these days over at MMH, and not the least of which things you're involved in is welcoming your new doctor, Dr. Crow-Rodney, right?
Yes, very excited. Dr. Crow-Rodney has been on board now for about a week and a half, and we're working right now on getting her settled in over in the clinic. I think she's going to be a great complement to Melissa, Yvonne, Dr. Ed, and the staff over there, getting her up to speed with our system at the hospital, working with the swing bed patients. So we're really looking forward to the next 3 or 4 weeks as we start integrating her directly in with the patient care. So really excited and moving forward with her.
And a much needed addition. I don't know if people really realize how I want to say worked ragged that staff was in the clinic. You really needed this addition.
You really do, and to have a permanent physician in place that is employed by the hospital and not contract, I think will give us a better feeling of a longevity and buy-in to the care of the patient. So we're really excited to get her seeing patients here in the next couple weeks.
All right, great. And another little bit of hospital district news, you're not going to have a board election this year.
Yes, I tell you what, as a CEO, this is probably one of the most exciting things for me because being able to keep the same board for at least another year with all the changes and everything that we've got going on really makes for some cohesiveness in the facility and the district as a whole. And so with the 3 that were up for election, re-upping, I'm really excited because then we don't have to go through the election process, but we can continue moving forward with all the projects and not kind of have to start over from scratch. And we have a wonderful board, and that is one of the greatest things is this board is probably second to none with all the hospitals that I've worked with.
Excellent. And you know, that's the spine of everything is a good board. MMH is really active out in the community, and today is certainly a great example of that. I know first things first, you're involved down at the Gainesville Civic Center with the Healthy, Happy, and Whole Expo today. We
are, yes, and it's going to be exciting. We've got a couple of different tables down there with the hospital and the home care. And the clinic, we're going to have staff down there. Dr. Crow-Rodney is going to be around there for a little bit. And yes, it's going to be a busy Thursday for us with the Healthy, Happy, Whole Expo at the Civic Center. We'll be there from 9 to 2. And then this evening in Muenster at the hospital clinic, we're taking part in the Muenster Chamber Mixture with Dr. Crow-Rodney is going to be there meeting people. And that is from 5 to 7 p.m. tonight. So it's going to be a very interesting and long day. So, but we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, the sleep will be earned by everybody at MMH today. There's no doubt about that. And I know a lot of folks are looking forward to meeting Dr. Crow-Rodney and a couple of opportunities to do that today. Let's talk about the community needs assessment. You brought this up last month. Tell us a little bit about how that is developing now.
So what's going to be happening is in the month of April, the beginning part, there's going to be 6 or 7 meetings that are set up with different people in the Muenster district community to kind of talk about what they feel the district needs to do moving forward from a needs setup, whether it's certain type of patient care. And what it does for us is it kind of helps, well, as a CEO of a hospital, you think you know, or we think we know the direction we need to go. But, it gives people kind of an insight on, hey, maybe you should try this, or, hey, I heard about this. Could we do this? And it's basically going to be 7 meetings that are set up with about 6 to 8 people in different locations. It's not on site at the hospital, and it's actually put together by an outside entity that comes in. There will not be hospital people there, and it's really a chance for them to tell us the good, the things that we should or maybe look at, and sometimes you do get some of the bad, which isn't always a bad thing, and we want to make sure that we're including the district as a whole, not just people who use our facility all the time, but maybe some of the ones who don't, because we can figure out why they're not and could we do something better.
Mm-hmm. And of course, with a thing like this, you really never know what you're going to get, and that's what makes it interesting and necessary.
It is, and the upside is the person that's going to be doing this for us can keep it on time, on task, on target, which is really important given the interesting stuff that is going on in healthcare right now in Cook County as a whole. This is really good for us to get some information about our district to help us moving forward in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it comes out. I mean, I'm sure there will be those that think you need to be doing open heart surgery and frontal lobotomies and all of that, but...
Well, a lobotomy sometimes wouldn't be the worst thing that some of us could have, so...
Many of us need that, I think, without a doubt. Let's talk about another thing that keeps MMH very busy on select weekends during the year, and that's Rednecks with Paychecks, and it's coming up this weekend.
Oh, yes. Exciting times for us. It's an interesting thing because it's something that really doesn't even take part in our district, in our county. Yet, because of where we're located, we get the brunt of the patient load, and it's interesting because you never know what you're going to get. We watch the weather real close. I'm hoping that we get a little bit of rain before this all starts because it'll soften the ground a little bit, which will lessen some of the injuries and stuff that we deal with. But we are staffed up for that. We're going to have 2 doctors on site the whole weekend. The staff is geared to go for this. And just like every time one of these happens, we're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. Yes.
And you're right about never knowing what you're going to get. The scope of injuries that happen over there, many of which I understand go totally untreated. Nobody seeks any medical attention for them. But I understand it's a wide range of injuries. And, it's... I guess, in a way, it's nice to be the hospital of choice for these folks.
Yes, it is. And the upside for us is working with the ambulance services and the helicopter air ambulance services. They do a lot of things out in the field now that they weren't doing 2 or 3 years ago. So it does limit some of the stuff, but actually it's a good test for our hospital system. You hate to say that sometimes, but really putting a strain on our system is actually a good way to test it to ensure that we're prepared for when and if a true emergency happens. Mm-hmm. We actually use this as our preparation for that. Because right now, I don't know if we're going to get 5 patients this weekend, or I could get 45 patients from you name it, from a poke in the eye to 2 broken legs. So it's, you have to be prepared for everything.
Well, no doubt, and I know you folks will be. And again, a busy time at MMH, and everything is moving forward. Everything looks positive, and look forward to visiting with you again next month, Brian.
Well, and I look forward to being here. And don't forget, the beginning of April, we also have our health screenings coming up on Friday and Saturday, April 7th and 8th in the morning, for people to get their lab work done. But yes, look forward to either myself being back next month or maybe giving somebody else a chance to come and talk to you.
They actually give you a month off, huh? Who knows? All right. Well, we look forward to it. Thank you, Brian.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yep. All right. Brian Roland, he's the CEO of Muenster Memorial Hospital. It's going to wrap it up for our program this morning here on KGAF.